Alright, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Scotch and Stocks. Alright. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about NVIDIA. Is it going to boom or is it going to bust? Is it going to crash to the ground or is it going to go up to the moon, baby? Let's hope for the latter. Because we have a little bit of money inside the stock, so let's see. And I know a lot of people that are putting a lot of money in it. Alright. Welcome to another episode of Scotch and Stocks. Nice. I need to get audio and stuff. Markets are treating me well today. I cannot complain. I have a little bit of a plan for everybody that's tuning in and everybody that's watching after the video is done. Maybe you can learn something about research or your method or how to trade or XYZ. But yeah, probably like a little bit of introduction of NVIDIA, recapping the old earnings as I have them in front of me, and try to see what we can find just before the earnings. We're an hour and 20 minutes away from the press release, and then we're about 2 hours away from the call. Depending on how it goes, we'll see if we stay for the call. But it's gonna be a tricky one for sure. Markets want to be rough right now. It feels like we're in the eye of the storm, getting ready to either end the storm or go back to the hurricanes for sure. Oh. Nice. We got the bots running. We got everything going. Markets are treating us well today. You can actually turn that off. But ladies and gentlemen, to today's episode, gonna be a tricky one because NVIDIA is holding the weight of the entire stock market. It feels like it. Is the AI rally gonna save us from the doom and gloom that we're seeing in the markets? It's an interesting notion that one company is holding everything together, you know? The top 7 so far. A lot of tech and everything else. When the consumer is falling apart, it's a scary market to be in for sure. But good thing markets don't trade today, but future potential returns. So we shall see what happens. All right, the NVIDIA results. So last quarter, $7.19 billion. It's a lot of money. But 7.1 billion, we're at 7.2 in this case, right? 19% from the previous quarter, and the important thing is data center revenue. That's the important thing that a lot of people are watching, just because apparently the AI chips are going to be taking over, and that's going to be the next boom of the market. Now the question is, are we in a bubble? Or are they going to keep inflating that bubble? Because that is very, very likely, it seems. Everybody seems to be on the bullish side of NVIDIA, even though I do believe that the stock is a little bit overvalued right now, because based on fundamentals, but who cares about fundamentals in a market like this, right? Insanity. But yeah. So there is guidance. The last 3 months, it's been 3 months already since this happened, and I'm going to show you a couple of charts that are super interesting a little bit later, but it's kind of crazy when it comes to like Google Trends and everything of the sort, you know? Because there's a lot of people keeping an eye out on this. There's a lot of news that have been around NVIDIA, and there's a lot of people that have money invested. Also, yeah, I have to find that article too. I don't think I have it here, but ready to show. But that was a good article about who owns. I guess I can actually show the fundamentals Explorer, the fundamentals Explorer too, to show who owns what in NVIDIA stock, because it's scary. Big names are holding that stock, right? Another thing is like it's part of the major indices, which depending on the price have to be bought or sold, right? So it does create a little bit more of an incentive for the stock to go up or down based on just the bots buying and selling, for sure. But yeah, 11 billion plus minus 2%. We're looking for 11. I think 11 the market is definitely not gonna like. I think we're gonna go for 12. It's the target right now. I think Wall Street is somewhere in the 12 billion, like 12.7 billion dollars worth of revenue right now. So insanity, you know, that's incredible growth. But we shall see. I mean, only time will tell. Have a look. The data centers right now, what are the good things about the data centers? I mean, AI is taking over. And every single big company is talking about AI like it's the next golden goose. Golden geese, I guess. Well, golden goose, golden chicken, I guess. It's gonna be making golden eggs. Now, so far, I think AI companies are taking a little bit of a hit, you know? But the investment is still there. Google, for example, is there. Microsoft, Apple, all the big names are definitely starting to mention AI. I think it's coming up incredible. Like the amount of times that AI is coming out in earnings reports is just increasing drastically, right? So it's telling you there's something there. The question is like, is there something there to actually save the markets? I guess we're gonna find out, but only the future will tell. But yeah, AI right now, it's the one that's kind of hopefully making this stock boom. And you know, during the gold rush, what do you buy? Picks. Guarantee a profit. Don't go for the gold rush, but buy the picks. That's what happens with NVIDIA right now. That's the reason everybody's buying the stock. But if it almost feels like you want to buy the commodities to make the chips, you know. But well, that's maybe a trade for another day. Amazon Web Services, Google Cloud, Microsoft, like such big names in the market are just like dumping billions of dollars into this. Now the big question is are they going to be able to deliver? Because as I understand, these sales are currently being they're just orders, right? But you're going to pay, and then you're getting hopefully the chips later down the line, the end of 2023 and mid 2024. Apparently, like the supply is the one thing that does scare me when it comes to this, because supply, like, you know, supply chains can get overweight, like overloaded, I guess, and then we're not going to be able to produce, and then what is that going to cost, right? So we're going to keep an eye out for the press release and the results, because it's definitely going to be causing issues. And we have to see what the CEO has to say, right? But yeah, insane work, whatever they're just so far away from the game. I think some of the data that I was looking at is like they're like 80% of the market right now, NVIDIA. So they're extremely well positioned to take advantage of this, you know. We definitely have other microchip companies that you know are hoping to start producing some of the chips, but I think maybe the closest one is still far away. So gaming has been reducing. Now this scares me just because like the current gaming side of things is slowing down quite drastically. I've heard some scary news about the total amount of chips, or graphics cards and GPUs that have been ordered, and it's apparently we're talking about like it's dry. So we're potentially seeing some reduction in prices when it comes to GPUs, and they seem to be available now. The missile
has flown past and towards the Pacific Ocean.
Yeah, if you can hear the guy in my ear, that's Financial Juice. Those guys are great. If you're looking for a voice service, give them a follow, check it out. You can try their services for free.
North Korea has fired what it claims to be a space
Not sponsored,
launch vehicle
just love.
towards the south.
But yeah, that's the thing. I'm very scared. I'm very scared about the GPU market right now, right? Just because you can buy whatever you want, right? The supply chains are sort of like done, which is a good thing, but at the same time, if you're not selling as much, maybe people bought too much, or maybe people are waiting for prices to come down. Again, like a basic GPU is going to run pretty much any game you want right at the moment, right? So we shall see. The gaming industry right now is kind of slowing down a lot. It boomed a lot during COVID, so it's understandable that we're seeing a slowdown for a little while. The question is it going to be something that's heavy and it's going to cause major issues down the line? The professional visualization. This was interesting. This was cool. I did a little bit of research into this. It turns out there's like proper investment into like software, which is kind of nice, you know. Obviously, like NVIDIA is compatible with a bunch of different software, you know, and it's like when it comes to like making video or just streaming right now, right? I'm streaming on a 3060, so it's like there's definitely a market there when it comes to this, you know, video editing, 3D rendering, all those different things. So that's definitely something that's going up, and you can see that it's actually going up pretty drastically. We're talking about 53% from a year ago and 31% for the previous quarter. That is pretty fantastic. But yeah, the gaming sector, this is something that I mentioned, but yeah, down 38% year over year. You know, that's scary, just because like that's a big portion. But again, we don't have like cryptocurrencies right now are not the best to be mined, you know, and they did sort of like neglect that part of the market instead of I would have leaned into it a little bit, you know, but well, they're not a mining company, you know, they don't make mining equipment, so there's definitely a lot more competition. And then the automotive, you know, it's like every single sector that's kind of like booming right now, it's kind of mentioned here. When it comes to automotive, it's like the Teslas of the world and all that stuff. Just know we're going to the electrification of cars, making them more complicated. So if we are looking for a car that's potentially driving itself, we're definitely going to need a lot of computing power for that, and NVIDIA is promising to provide that so far, you know. So it'll be interesting to see what happened to the numbers. It'll be interesting if they provide something like some visualization of the total revenues and how they're coming in. It'll be fantastic, you know. But I guess like you have to wait for the community to start making those later on, or make them yourself, which I guess for the next one I'll probably do it, you know, because it does provide a little bit of clarity when it comes to this. But yeah, right now it's data centers. It's the biggest section of their portfolio at the moment. Let's see if they can keep it up. Oof. But yeah, that is what happened. This is the press release. Obviously, like during that call, there was a lot of more information, but then, you know, do it in your own time. But yeah. Yeah, so let's write down the expectations of everybody right now. For the people that don't know, we're expecting sort of like, I think the Wall Street estimate is 1.93, is it? Let's have a look, what does it say? 1.93, and then we're looking at revenues of 11 billion, I think. Then that's yeah, here. If we go to revenue, we're looking, the guidance is like anywhere from 10.7 billion to 11.2 billion. Right now, if we break those estimates, it's going to be great. Company guidance was 11, but Wall Street is expecting a little bit in the upper side of things. That's the thing, the Wall Street range is very interesting because like Wall Street is talking about $12.7 billion worth of revenue, and that's insane. That is insanity, you know? So it's definitely going to be an interesting one to watch. Because if they're able to do that, you know, Let's just hope and pray that it happens, you know? Because this will cost like, definitely will cost like upwards. Wait a second. I did. But yeah. But yeah. I'm surprised. Why isn't it showing me this? So weird. Weird. I should be getting estimates for sure. Huh. Weird. Very weird. Hey, made it. Save estimate, done. Weird. Oh well. That's the community making predictions, so it's not too crazy, but company guidance is up. The question is, are they gonna be able to keep it up? You know? So far it seems like it's just a dip from buying that we're currently, and we're just coming out of it quicker than expected. So it's a good thing. It's definitely a good thing. Let's see if we can keep up this growth, because that's the problem also. It's just because of the exorbitant growth. I think if we go back to the earnings, we're talking about like it's 19% from the previous quarter, right? And then year over year, what it was. Maybe I'm missing it. Oh yeah. Insane. Year over year, it's up a lot. So if the question is the market expecting this kind of growth quarter after quarter after quarter for the next couple of years? You know? That's the scary bit for sure. Because it's like, if you're expecting that and all of a sudden guidance doesn't meet expectations, then we're definitely going to the downside. You know? But yeah. Yeah. $1 trillion company right now. I think it's sitting at 14 point. What was the... I think right now it's sitting on 1.1 billion, like trillion dollars. Is insane. It's just such crazy growth, you know? Obviously, like, the market cap is not the final price of the company because it depends on who's willing to buy it and when and why, right? But it's been such crazy growth in the past in the last 3 months. If we go to the weeklies, it's insane. It's definitely insane. We're going for the 3 months. We're talking about what here it was. And all of a sudden it's like, you're talking about like 64%, you know? We've created 500 billion worth of market capitalization of a company. What does that tell you, right? What does that tell you? It's like 70% insanity, you know? In 3 months. We look at the chart, like going back to 2009. Whoa. And that's with the stock split too. $100 a stock right now seems so far away. The big question is, can we hold if we don't meet expectations here? And that's the scary bit here. You know? Oof, oof, oof. But yeah, we're sitting at all-time highs right now, pretty much. There's a lot of expectations. There's been a lot of volume coming in. A lot of volume coming in. Well, actually, it's not even that crazy. Right? Guess we're gonna see. But yeah. But yeah, $1 trillion company, the big seven. Is there the big seven? No, there's more here. There's the big eight, I guess. But in reality, Aramco's out of the picture. Right? This is America right here. Apple, Microsoft, Google, Amazon, Meta, and then NVIDIA. But even Meta, has Meta been outperforming the markets currently? I know that this year they've done pretty decently, but pretty jump from the all-time lows that they've had. Well, not all-time lows, but the lows that they had.
So the White House confirming now say that should Venezuela take action toward restoring democracy and leading to free elections, the US is prepared to provide a sanctions relief. From the news of sanctions relief from Venezuela earlier, we did see a little leg down in WTI. Just seeing this again following this headline.
WTI is moving because of Venezuela. Nice. Venezuela's in the news. This is another thing that I found very interesting. This is like NVIDIA ticker stocks, like searches on Google, you know, people finding out what the prices are and stuff. And there's been a lot of interest when it comes to NVIDIA for sure. You know, web search so far, we definitely see the hype coming into June, and that hype has maintained. The question is, do we go to all-time highs again, right? And that's based on whatever happens here. I think even if we have like bad earnings, we're definitely gonna see that, right? So have a look at something. Let's look at AI for a second. Artificial intelligence. You see, it's like artificial intelligence all of a sudden it started spiking up like crazy, right? And then when you saw this spike, that was the time to buy, you know? And then all of a sudden it's at all-time highs right now. So there's such, like, everybody has eyes on this. The question is like, can we go even higher in AI? And can we bubble up? Because are we at the end of the bubble, or is this bubble just starting, you know? Or is it gonna pop? But the thing is, it's like, you know, AI companies haven't been doing that great until like recently, right? So, but yeah, like semiconductors were doing even better. Like I would think, right? But yeah, artificial intelligence is just booming everywhere. You know what I want to do is something. Let's look at YouTube searches for a second. That's crazy. Now this is interesting. Check out this out. Look at ChatGPT based on. Let's have a look at this. Yeah, you see, all of a sudden it's like boom, ChatGPT explodes, and it's been coming down in recent months, right? Since May, it's just been on the, well, I would say March has been on the decline. A lot of people took a lot of advantage. The thing is like it's kind of tricky. You have to know how to talk to it in order to get the best out of it, you know. But it's there, right? NVIDIA, it's a big one right now. It's a lot of people shorting it too. What was the what's call ratio right? Well, I was gonna say I thought that shifted a lot, but no, that's fine. To markets 1-to-1. People are shorting. That's pretty crazy. Put to call volume. Physical volume and then physical interest. A lot of people want to short. Guys, it's crazy. A lot of people buying puts. Interesting. Like the overall market feels like it wants to come down, but question is, can they? Like right now, it's sitting in this range, just waiting. Waiting. If you're a day trader, buy here, sell here. Short here, buy here. Insane. Another important thing, it's like this is 4 months old, so I wouldn't take, you know. It's probably not the best way to do this, but data is beautiful. But right now, it's like NVIDIA created, insane. Like 70%, we're talking about how much? It's like from 400, like what, 400? Would be what, like from 6 to, yeah, from 6 to 1.1, I guess, 700 million to 700 billion to 1.1 trillion dollars. Insane, right? So Microsoft and Apple, big players. Alphabet is player. Just NVIDIA is just almost as big as Amazon, which I find incredible. Is it bigger? Huh. Have to check. And this one is super interesting too. The top semiconductors of the Oof. Who would have thought I was going to be warm in Scotland? AMD is pretty small. I think AMD's earnings are going nuts. But yeah. So there are currently 3 major scenarios that I'm looking for, right? There's the Goldilock scenario, the base case, and the bear case. Now, base case is we meet expectations, but there's definitely trouble ahead, right? But we say, okay, look, there's going to be trouble ahead, but we're going to figure it out. AMD says that. I think we're pretty much, I don't know. I think right now, in all honesty, if we meet expectations, we go lower. Stocks has gone way too hot, way too fast, right? Then we have the Goldilock scenario. Everything is met. There's not going to be any problems. We fixed them already. Boom. Right? And that'll be a good one. It's the bull case scenario. Yeah. It's strong demand and in data centers we see strong, like, you know, they say, look, there's right now there's a gully on gaming, but we're gonna come out of it just fine, and then supply chains are gonna be okay, right? We're able to get everything we need. Boom. And then that's when you keep an eye
Early market on close
Taiwan
imbalance, currently
Semiconductors
sitting at 275 million to the sell side.
What? What did he just say? To the sell side. Are people de-risking? No. Nice. Now, the bear case scenario is like we see gaming getting way worse, which I think it's gonna. Gaming is gonna get worse, but it's gonna get shadowed by data centers. And then we're gonna see, bear case scenario. We miss guidance. That's ugly. That's very ugly. And then we see that the supply chain struggles don't ease, and then that their margins start compressing. That would not be good. And obviously, like, the competition and everybody, and all of a sudden we start like talking about potentially, but right now I don't think there's anybody that's competing with NVIDIA, or at least I haven't found it in my research. I could be wrong. But yeah, right now we're definitely gonna see like those numbers, those EPS and revenues are gonna be important, and then that guidance, that future guidance. Those are the three numbers that we're looking for right now. You know. Need to put out a lot of news. There we go. F5 here, and let's try to get it. Let's try to get it quickly. Nonetheless, today is a good day, if it maintains. Everything seems to be on the green. Not a bad day. Ooh. Ooh, 20 minutes until the end of earnings, boys and girls. Oof. I'll fin this real quick. Is there any news? Is anybody saying anything? If it goes well, we drink. If it goes bad, we drink. See, people are making crazy money today. See, my numbers don't seem that crazy. And you have that. Oh, this week. Yes, sir. Ay, vaina. Joder. Oh, the internet. Oh, ho, 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 ho. This one's a cool one. Let me put it to you guys here. I put it for bam. Volume right now for NVIDIA is nuts. Oh man. I think this is daily volume. Is it? No, it's not. What is that? That today? No, it's last week. Okay, makes sense. Very interesting. All right. It's definitely the quarter. That is.
IBM System 360, 60 years ago. There's $1 trillion worth of data center infrastructure installed in the world based on that old method of doing computation. Now we have accelerated computing, and we have the killer app for accelerated computing called generative AI. We have reinvented computing for the first time since the IBM System 360, 60 years ago. There's $1 trillion worth of
So looking
data
again
center
now to the
infrastructure.
early market on close imbalance, still sitting at 275 million to the sell side.
It's crazy. I would think a lot of people. You think people are just selling, waiting for whatever's gonna happen? Because the question is just like, what happens based on today and then tomorrow too, right? What happens if the markets all of a sudden go crazy, bananas, right? And then it's like, okay, AI is gonna save the world. Let's assume it saved the world. Okay, great. What happens tomorrow with the start of Jackson Hole? Are they gonna just dampen the fire? So is today, the question today is, do we buy today, sell today, based on results, get out? Insane. Probably gonna be selling half my position, I think. I think it's gotta be. I like just before the earnings. Like I trade pre-earnings and then keep half that position, and then you're able to lose. Oof. 20 minutes until the end of market close. Let's look at the options real quick. Oh no, let's see. Going to. Even the 500 are selling out at 11. That's great. Or what, like? Like it's looking like it looks so juicy to sell here right now. We've come up the lows. Well, no. Like right here. Sell right here. Gonna come back down. People are making money. The traders are making money with this stock today. Trying to put it down, but he can't. That's crazy. Ooh, it's power hour right now. ¿Qué fue, muchacho? ¿Cómo está la vaina, Alberto? How you doing, bro? How's life treating you, my friend? Ay, vaina. Gonna be an interesting one. Oof, 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 oof. We're 15 minutes away from market close, and then we're gonna see the volume that happens. Pre-market, there's a lot of selling. Man, it's not a lot of selling. Sometimes it bugs out. Holy. ¿Qué fue, Ciro? A la vaina, los señores, los años están representando. ¿Qué es lo que me dicen, muchachos? I think your dad's coming in here too in a little bit, you know? He's definitely gonna be wanting to watch this. For sure, dude.
We're looking again now to the early market on close imbalance, still sitting at 275 million to the sell side.
I'm surprised. I'm very surprised by that. Here you go. Oof. Do you guys have any money in this? Are you guys trading the NVIDIA? You guys definitely have money in this. Knowing you guys for sure. Like knowing that the amount of research your dad has done into this, yeah, for sure. For sure. Like I'm bullish too, but the question is like, is it too bullish right now? You know? Like market cap has jumped like crazy. That's the thing that scares me. And the current market valuation, is it based on the growth quarter over quarter? And are we expecting that for next quarter and the next year over year, right? Like what is that like increase? Because that's the thing that's scaring me right now. That's the thing that has me. If guidance is not good, oof. We could see a very ugly scenario. You know, baby. You know it. But yeah. It's gonna be interesting. Like I wonder who else is in this, you know? But it's scary. Right now I'm biting my fingers. Right now I am biting my fingers. Like, you know, it's like I looked at a tweet here. This is what it feels like, dude. I'll show you guys. Oh man. Yeah, here it comes. It's insanity. I'm looking for an edge right now, but this is how it feels like right now. This is what it feels like. I just, oh. Man. So the release is at 9:20, so like in 30 minutes from now, that's when the release happens. I'm gonna hear it on my headset, which is great, you know. We'll see if there's mayhem. No, the guy that's talking on my ear, he's gonna tell me what's up. They tend to be a little bit too late. I'm gonna try to refresh just to see, and then we're expecting, based on the last one, right? We're expecting this to be 11 or 12. Like I was looking at Wall Street, and Wall Street's range is like 11 to 12.7. 12.7, bro. So much money. But yeah. So we refresh and we hope and pray that it's there. And then read it, try to figure out what the guidance is, because like they might meet, like they're probably gonna like beat expectations based on all the money that's coming in. I think just every board member is just saying, okay, we need to spend all of the money in AI right now because we need to be ahead of the game. If you ain't first, you're last. So oof, gonna be intriguing for sure, because one of the analysts that I follow, one of the things that he was saying was just that Taiwan Semiconductors did not show the increase in revenue that NVIDIA is. But I think it's going to take time. I think the orders are starting to come in, and they're starting to print those those chips. They're starting to turn on the printers full capacity. So I think during the pandemic they shut them down. Like they still invested, but they kept production at 50% of what they could. So all of a sudden, I think they could ramp it up drastically. The question is, can NVIDIA do that? You know, yo, if your boys want to join the Discord, by the way, have a chat, so I don't have to have you know, a one-sided conversation. I'll post the link for you guys. Feel free to join the Discord if you guys want. For sure.
So we're looking now to the market on closed imbalance, currently sitting at 2 billion to the buy side, just waiting for those final orders. Market on closed imbalance, 2 billion to the buy side. Again, market on closed imbalance for the entirety of the NYSE, 2 billion to the buy side.
Oof, oof, oof. Getting closer. This one, you might actually find a little bit of benefit into this, Cito. This one is old, but it shows. No. This one makes it easy to kind of understand NVIDIA. This is year, I think. So they've... Interesting. Well, that's cool. That's insane. That's why they're expecting the growth to be nuts coming in. They gotta they definitely gotta justify the valuation of the stock. Man, I'm so scared for it. Wow, 8 minutes. 8 minutes. Okay, I want to take a little break. I'll be back in 8 minutes, I guess. We'll see market close. Well, no, I'll go after market close and then I'll come back. It's not gonna take me long. I'm just gonna get a glass of water. Actually, I'll talk to you guys while I go. Oh man. Lol, sorry about that. Ay, vaina. There's the Russia thing right now. But holy. $26 minutes. Are you looking to trade this, Cito, or you already have your position and you're just waiting to see what happens? You're taking the pain, the hit in the chest if whatever happens. I'm up substantially on my trade. Like, I would be happy to leave the trade right now. The question is, do I get greedy or not? Look at Finbiz real quick. This is what being a trader is. Nothing. JP Morgan is up today. I want to buy some more JP. Because the consumer is getting hurt. Jobs is the only thing that's holding back. But the moment Jobs holds back, they're not going to be able to take down earnings, which means what is it? We touched we could touch 500 today. Insanity. All right, we're back. Market close. There's nothing interesting. S&P came down a little bit, but still up on the day. QQQ still up on the day. I'm still up on the day. Let there be light. Ooh, everybody get ready. Oh my goodness, everybody get ready to rumble. Oof. In today's fight, we're gonna be watching NVIDIA, the Bulls versus the Bears. Who shall win the match? Will the CEO of NVIDIA finish his quest to increase revenue, or would he blunder the opportunity to become one of the richest companies in the world? I miss today's gonna be ugly. Ugly. I'm ready. I'm so ready to sell my position. I've held. It's still open. So bad. Question is, what can we see? Can we see a 10% up? Can we see a 10% down? It's to be expected. Let's see. Say we go from here, draw from here, we go. Bam. He won't even show it to me. Oh my goodness. There's a lot of selling just that close. People are getting ready. Oof. Oof. This is why we do it. 470. Can we hold 470, or are we gonna go back to 466? And then the question is, do we go back to 438 today? No, sorry. You imagine? No, sorry. That's the SPY. What is the? Quick. Still a little bit of time. Can we go to 430 today? We could. Like, I reckon we could. I reckon 10% up or 10% down is definitely able. Like, 10% up is 510. Over 510. So out of 500, we're 6% away for 500. And then we are... From here, another 5% would be okay. Would be 450. Roundish. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. You go either way. Ooh, 15 minutes away. Our bets are in. Horses are ready. Get ready to rumble, people. 14 minutes away. Make your final bets if you have them. Options are done. Possibilities are gone. Candles. Whoop, there's buying. There's buying. Nothing has happened yet. Market likes to fake out in moments like this. Has it? No way. I need a lot of volume to... Oh. Yeah. Alex. Oh. Marcus used to getting ready for it. Is there news? No way. $477, place to sell. You could have had your chance. 478. You just touch all-time highs, maybe. Maybe. Whew. Alright, alright, alright. Oh. Why are you not telling me? One hour and 14 minutes I've been streaming. So far, market has treated me well. Let's hope that it continues. You're gonna see that little number right there go up and down a lot. A lot. I have a feeling it's probably, you know what would be hilarious? Nothing happens. That'd be great. That's a fantastic outcome at the moment. Now, do I think that's gonna happen? No. Because right now everybody's waiting for this.
Taking a look at the market wrap for today's session, stocks climbed while bond yields fell after economic reports in both the US and Europe bolstered speculation that major central banks will pause their interest rate hikes to prevent a recession. The S&P 500 rose 1.1%, the most since June. Tech led the market higher, with eyes on NVIDIA's earnings. Treasury 2-year US yields, which are more sensitive to imminent policy moves, sank below 5% as data showed American business activity barely expanded on subdued customer demand. The 10-year German rate also slid as a contraction of private sector activity in the euro area intensified. Another relevant economic signal came from the US mortgage industry, with applications for home purchases tumbling to an almost 3-decade low. Separate data showed new home sales hit the highest in over a year, as the surge in mortgage rates kept inventory on the resale market extremely limited. Traders also weighed a US government report saying that job growth in the year through March will probably be revised down by 306,000, a smaller adjustment than some economists expected. The advance in bonds Wednesday was also attributed to the technical factors. That's after a Treasury sell-off that recently drove 10-year yields to the highest since late 2007 on speculation that interest rates would remain elevated for longer to curb inflation, even if the Fed decides to pause its hiking campaign in September. The The market is eagerly awaiting Jerome Powell's speech Friday at the Kansas City Fed's Jackson Hole Economic Policy Symposium for clues on the outlook for policy after officials last month lifted borrowing costs to the highest level in 22 years.
And just to keep our users aware, we're just under 10 minutes away now to 4:20 p.m. Eastern Time. We do get NVIDIA's Q2 2023 earnings. The estimated EPS for NVIDIA seen at $2.07 with an estimated revenue of $11.04 billion. So just keeping an eye on NVIDIA shares. They did close the session up 3.17% ahead of this earnings print. The gains extending in post-market trade ahead of this.
Yeah, barely though. Barely. You gotta be great. Where's my rundown of NVIDIA? What am I expecting for, man? They said 11 billion. Company guidance was 11. Plus minus 2%. Yes.
Looking at some analyst notes ahead of these NVIDIA earnings, they say that their jumbo premiums underscore how much the market is counting on AI in order to spur growth in tech stocks and offset an economic slowdown.
What did he say? Whoa, 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 whoa.
So further analyst commentary. So analysts on the wires here note that NVIDIA, which makes chips used to process AI services, trades at a whopping around 140% premium or 2.5 times to the S&P 500. So that's relative valuation came down sharply after the blowout Q1 earnings in May. While NVIDIA shot up over 20% when it said its AI could propel its Q2 revenue far beyond what Wall Street expected, so did EPS estimates, pulling the PE down.
Okay. 14. Let's go. Woo-hoo. 5 more minutes. And this is why we trade.
Time now, again, 4:20 p.m. Eastern Time. Get NVIDIA's Q2 23 earnings. Estimated EPS is seen at $2.07, with the estimated revenue at $11.04 billion.
Somebody tried it. Somebody bought in and sold at a profit real quick. Just like, dang. Made an easy 1.5%. Easy. Easy. There's way too many people watching this right now. Holy. All the traders, all the investors. That tells us something. Oof. I hope they don't. It's the thing. You could get bots. Like that would be the ideal. Get bots to give you the information quickly. You know? And Zoom call next to their headquarters or something. Oof, 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 oof. 4 minutes. 4 minutes. I have the number. So 1.11.4 And earnings per share 1.45 to 238. That's a good range. Oof. There's people buying for sure. Market's still moving like crazy. Oh. A miss, I sell it. I sell it. I sell it. I sell it. I miss and I sell. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I'm selling it. I'll take my profit and I'm all day. Three minutes. 3 minutes. Holy smokes. Well, I want to take the legend out. Yep. There we go. I don't want that. Volume. Yeah, I definitely want to keep an eye out. Market's getting excited. 2 more minutes. 2 more minutes. Woo! Oof. Holy.
So 1 minute remaining until we're expecting NVIDIA's Q2 results.
There's going to be a lot of hearing stuff, and there's going to be a lot of me trying to refresh pages, and this man tries to tell me in advance, but we're definitely going to see the market move because the market moves before that happens. Always. There's like bots waiting to trade this. There's like everybody. So the question is, can we get in it beforehand? Tricky. Right, all right, all right, all right. We're talking. They're getting excited. Insane. 10 seconds. 5 seconds. Try to refresh and get the information. Let's see. Market hasn't done anything. No saying anything so far. So far there is nothing. So far there is nothing. They late? Oh.
So still no signs of these NVIDIA earnings prints.
They're late. They're late. Market's gonna start freaking out. Whoop.
NVIDIA earning coming through now. Revenue a beat, 13.51 billion, an estimate of 11.04 billion. Adjusted EPS a beat, $2.70 on $2.07. Gross margin 71.2%, a beat on estimates of 70.1 cents. Data center revenue, that's coming in at a beat, $10.32 billion, an estimate of $7.98 billion. So automotive revenue coming in at a miss, 253 million on estimates of 309.4 million. Gaming revenue a beat at $2.49 billion on estimates of $2.38 billion. So forward
Holy
guidance
smokes.
there, they're seeing their revenue at 16 billion plus or minus 2%. Prior estimates were $12.5 billion. So upgrade on their forward guidance from NVIDIA as well. So just seeing shares in NVIDIA up almost over 5% now in post-market trade. Did also just see some strengthening in the S&P and the NASDAQ following this earnings release here.
Holy smokes, they bid good, it seems.
So just to recap then, revenue a rather large beat at $13.51 billion on estimates of $11.04 billion. EPS
13.
also beating by around 63 cents, came in at $2.70 on estimates of $2.07. Also, NVIDIA approving an additional $25 billion in share repurchases as well.
They're gonna be buying shares now. Oh my goodness, the earnings seems to be good. I'm trying to get the news, but
So NVIDIA shares extending these post-market gains up 6% now.
Holy smokes, we're getting a rally. We're beating 500. It's trying to fight 500 right now, but I think it might beat it. There was a lot of volume coming in late. Should have waited for the backlash. You always wait for the backlash. But no. QQQ is heading up right now. I just pretty much tripled my position on this. I bought expensive though. Oh, no way. Okay, I was gonna say. Right, it's holding steady. We're trying to stay above 500, but the question is can we hold? There we go. Nope, that's not it. Why am I not getting the release yet? Insane. I need to buy. We need to buy together as a collective. We need to buy a Bloomberg terminal so I can get this information quickly. Se quedó corto. Yeah, for sure. Insanity. We're up 10% on that trade today. Holy smokes. I want to read the earnings though. But I'm not able to. Where are the earnings? Earnings right now, gaming revenue, it was a beat. Automotive was under, but that's okay, seems. Gross margin a little bit down. Revenue 13.5 billion. And then the adjusted earning per share 2.7. Oh my goodness. And the guidance? Man, where are my... There we go. I got it. All right, so let's have a look at the earnings right now. We're looking at the outlook, 16 billion. Holy smokes, another 30%? That is insanity. Holy smokes. Yeah. You got to be ready. You have to know what you're waiting to hear, right? Because the information comes in and he's reading it as he reads it, right? So the information that we're getting in is 16 billion plus minus 2%. Margins are expected to increase, which is fantastic. Data center revenue $10.3 billion, 141% from the previous quarter. I mean, those are great results. Like if we continue this, it's going to start getting crazier and crazier and crazier. Oh my goodness. Holy smokes. Ooh, jeez. We're seeing a little bit of the pairing of the gains. There's a definitely profit taking going on, but like, holy smokes, this is fantastic news. Data center is up. Gaming is up from the previous quarter, up 22% from last year. That's okay. It's holding on. But that data center revenue, the question is like, can they keep it, right? Now, let's go to... Now it's going to be interesting what they say in the call. Question is, do we want to hold for after the call?
So seeing the repercussions from these NVIDIA prints here is chipmaker peers AMD and Broadcom are following NVIDIA shares higher in post-market trade, as well as Microsoft as well. They're climbing as much as 2% following NVIDIA's sales forecasts are topping estimates.
Holy smokes. Well, we're up from the market close another a lot percent. Holy smokes. Let's go. That's $1,000 in the pocket right there. Do we get to make them like this every single day? But a couple of dollars in my pocket ain't too bad. All right. Now looking at volume, I'm kind of scared because we saw that initial rally up and now we're sort of balancing up. The question is, are we going to continue or are we going to come back down to some sort of, because this was sort of expected a little bit, but not to that extent. 13 billion is a lot. Holy, let's have a look. Let's see if we can find anything. A new computer era has begun, ladies and gentlemen. Insanity. The question is are we in it? Oh my goodness. Insanity right now. I bought expensive, which I'm not too happy about, but that triple QQQs is exploding. We're 6% on the triple QQQs as well. Holy. Now the question is what are they gonna do in Jackson Hole? Are they gonna dampen expectations, or are we gonna see a boom? Rallito. Holy smokes, that's crazy. Blah 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 blah. Insane. Insane. Fantastic results. Fantastic results. Whoever bought options is making bank. Oh my goodness. Holy. Now let's have a look. I think we potentially start climbing a little bit higher as we go. There is a lot of volatility selling. The traders are definitely taking profits into this. Oh my goodness. But the Qs are up, the S&P's up, everything's up today. Now I want to set up a stop loss right now just in case. I don't know if my dad so. I might get in trouble for what I done when I pulled the trigger on a couple of trades. Well, a couple, not just one, but you should have gone for the TQs. Those took a little bit longer, I think, but we're still up. Now the question is, do we see the Qs reach do we see the Qs reaching all-time highs now based on this numbers? I mean, data centers are exploding to the upside. That's so much money. So the question is, Intel going to be able to compete? Holy. Holy. What's the all-time highs right now for the Qs? Let's go to the dailies. 400. Could this break us to the upside? I mean, those are fantastic earnings by NVIDIA. My goodness. My goodness. If we look like everything's up. Year to date, NVIDIA is 248% from the. They've created so much value. The question is are we starting the AI bubble right now? And everybody's starting to jump into the trade? You know? Or are we some sort of but according to NVIDIA, we're just at the start, you know? Like we're talking about 13 billion. Okay, what is the rate of increase based on that, right? 13 and then earnings. Let's have a look. What's the guidance again? 16 billion. That's another 3 billion. That's so we're at 13.5 divided by 16 times 100. It's another 15%. Oh wait. That's on guidance alone. That's insane. Always try to, always wait for the backlash. Always. Why didn't I wait for the backlash? I waited for the backlash. There was an opportunity to buy NVIDIA at 480. Well, not 480, but always wait for the backlash. Always wait for the backlash. Insane. Insane. We're slowly getting that upward trend. Like, there's definitely going to be selling tomorrow. The question is the de-risking. Are we going to see de-risking based on this? Yeah, the portfolio is up today a lot. Good job. Good job, everybody. Good job, everybody. Well done. Well done. Good call. Good call. Holy. Profit. Let's go. Let's go. I wonder why it took so long for me to get the final results, but this is fantastic. We are sitting around 500. The question is like, what is the next step from here? I've heard some crazy numbers on NVIDIA, but there's nothing that scares me. The question is what they're going to say in their earnings calls as well. Are we going to hear it is the question. That's going to be another hour. Did we reach? What was the all-time high of NVIDIA right now? NVIDIA sold today for 515. 515 is the number to beat. Insanity. Good job, everybody. Good job, G5. Good trades. Good trades. Yeah, market's all finding a resistance. Come down. Can we come down? For sure. Are we gonna? Maybe. Keep a close eye on it. Thank you. Do that engagement, baby. But look, Simon is in the house. Yes. Oh my goodness. You see? So like that's the difference between being able to get the news quickly and then all of a sudden you get the news quickly, you're able to capitalize on that, and we're talking about a 7% increase based on nothing. Like based on reading a number faster than the algorithms. Or you let the algorithms do it for you. You know, there's definitely algorithms. So the question is like, okay, like it's algorithm trading, but in addition to that, we just went up 7% on $1 billion. So the market cap of NVIDIA has increased by, right now, 7% based on market trends today. So we're talking about a market capitalization of $1.25 trillion. Just to put that into perspective, NVIDIA has just created $150 billion worth of market capitalization, which is insanity. Insanity. Holy smokes. Demolish. NVIDIA stocks soars up 500. I wonder when the data came out. 21. There was a share repurchase. 25 billion in share repurchases. There is 1351. Yeah, all of them. All of them. UPRO's up 4.5%. TQQQ is up 7%. Insane. Now the question is, what happens tomorrow? What are we gonna see? Because the thing is just like people are like, we're gonna go to safety, and we're safety right now, but not NVIDIA. The thing is just like there's so much demand for the stock right now that I still think it's overbought. But the question is base scary. Do we want to take the risk coming into? I need to call my father. ¡Aló! ¿Qué fue? Sí, ¿no? Está crazy, ¿no? Yeah, it's true. It's true. Well, we are in the stock. Pero bueno. What happens, happens. Scare money make no money. Scare money make no money. Pero bueno. Pero ya, crazy earnings. Crazy earnings. La pregunta es, do we sell? But how long? The question is how long, because we still have catalysts heading. No. The question is we sell. Do we sell the position that we currently have? That's it. I don't give a fuck about what happened. I'm done. So no, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. No, I don't give a fuck. No, I don't care. I don't care. No. I'm happy with my allocation. I'm happy with my allocation. Look. Pero bueno. Look, I'm happy with my allocation so far. Now, the question is right now, I purchased another 50 at 503.75. Right? No, mira, no vas a hablar de números tampoco, no, porque estáis live, by the way. ¿Habla? ¿Aló? Ah, ok, no te puede oír el... Ah, no te oye el... No te oye... El stream no te oye. Nice. That's good. Nah, I think we're fine. I think we're fine. Don't worry about it. Just... Ay, vergación, por... It's fine. Don't worry about it. I'm fine. What's your okay, ajá, y si hubiera agarrado por el otro lado? Don't get greedy now. Don't get greedy. Learn from your mistakes. Don't get greedy. I don't care. Don't get greedy right now. Like now we look at the next trade. I look at the next trade. I don't care. I don't use margin. Okay? I don't use margin. Capiche? I don't use margin. Do you want to find somebody that uses margin? Go to the G5. I'm not gonna use margin. I'm happy with this. So the question now goes, what's the trade on this? Because volatility is still gonna go nuts. Like right now, it's 515 is the number to beat. Bueno, pero hay que analizar. No te quedéis pegado en lo que pasó porque because I fucking made a profit on this. Yeah, I'm happy with it. I'm happy with it. Tranquilo, Bobby, tranquilo. No, tímido no. I know, pero it's fine. I know, it's okay. It's fine. It's fine. You're in it. You are in it. Dale, pe. Dale, pe. Dale, pe. Chao, chao. ¿Dónde están? I'm fucking happy with my trades. I'm happy with my trades. Happy. Could we go nuts? Yes. Should we have gone nuts? No. Oof, oof, oof. 800 now? Well, that's another thing. Let's have a look at something here. NVDA. Because now people are going to start... Google Trends. Even the companies buying their own stock. I mean, holy smokes. I'm happy. I'm happy. Oh my goodness. Back to music, baby. Let's go. All right. I think this deserves a little celebration. Nice. It's a great trade. I made a great trade. I made a great trade. I'm happy. I am happy. We already have a... Oh, God damn it. Fucking... Fucking... If we had gone the other way around, I swear. But it's good. We made money. That's the bad thing about making money. The good days work. The good days work. Yes. 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 I wish you was saying that for my portfolio, but no. God damn it. I wish he was saying that for my portfolio. That would be fantastic. That's what I'm looking to do. God damn it. Should have waited for the backlash, baby. They waited for the backlash. Yo solamente les voy a poner esto, señores. Yo solamente les voy a poner esto. Yo voy a dejar eso ahí. Dejar eso ahí, empieza. ¿Y qué va a decir mañana Powell, señores? Powell va a decir, vamos a seguir con el incremento de las tasas porque el mercado todavía no ha bajado. Todavía no estamos full. Claro, coño, claro. The RSI real quick on the hourly candle. I'm selling. Nope, nope, nope. The hourly reached. No, this is the minute. Crap. Okay, yes, sorry. I'm gonna pull the trigger on this. I'm gonna pull the trigger on this. I'm happy with this trade. I don't. RSI, hourly RSI, sitting at a fucking 88. If we go to the fucking daily, RSI is still okay.
At 5 p.m. Eastern Time, we get South Korean PPI month over month, prior minus 0.2%, and South Korean PPI year on year, prior minus 0.2%.
I'm thinking of selling. How is TSMC doing? It's got to be doing great, right? This is another stock that's super interesting because it's like TSMC sitting at 31% only year to date. Ay, verga. Not a bad day, dude. It's not a bad day. I'm happy with my day.
At 5 p.m. Eastern Time, we get South Korean PPI year on year, prior minus 0.2%, and South Korean PPI month over month, prior minus 0.2%. ¿Cuánto fue el...? Joder. All right. Earnings calls, baby. Earnings calls. 1 minute remaining. I'll lead with South Korean PPI year on year. Five seconds. Minus 0.2%, minus 0.2%. Growth month on month, 0.3%, 0.3%.
Good afternoon. My name is David and I'll be your conference operator today. At this time, I'd like to welcome everyone to NVIDIA's second quarter earnings call. Today's conference is being recorded. All lines have been placed on mute to prevent any background noise. After the speaker's remarks, there'll be a question and answer session. If you'd like to ask a question during this time, simply press the star key followed by the number 1 on your telephone keypad. If you'd like to withdraw your question, press star 1 once again. Thank you. Simona Jankowski, you may begin your conference.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to NVIDIA's conference call for the second quarter of fiscal 2024. With me today from NVIDIA are Jensen Huang, President and Chief Executive Officer, and Colette Kress, Executive Vice President and Chief Financial Officer. I'd like to remind you that our call is being webcast live on NVIDIA's Investor Relations website. The webcast will be available for replay until the conference call to discuss our financial results for the third quarter of fiscal 2024. The content of today's call is NVIDIA's property. It can be reproduced or transcribed without our prior written consent. During this call, we may make forward-looking statements based on current expectations. These are subject to a number of significant risks and uncertainties, and our actual results may differ materially. For a discussion of factors that could affect our future financial results and business, please refer to the disclosure in today's earnings release, our most recent Forms 10-K and 10-Q, and the reports that we may file on Form 8-K with the Securities and Exchange Commission. All our statements are made as of today, August 23rd, 2023, based on information currently available to us. Except as required by law, we assume no obligation to update any such statements. During this call, we will discuss non-GAAP financial measures. You can find a reconciliation of these non-GAAP financial measures to GAAP financial measures in our CFO commentary, which is posted on our website. And with that, let me turn the call over to Colette.
Thanks, Simona. We had an exceptional quarter. Record Q2 revenue of $13.51 billion was up 88% sequentially and up 101% year-on-year, and above our outlook of $11 billion. Let me first start with data center. Record revenue of $10.32 billion was up 141% sequentially and up 171% year-on-year. Data center compute revenue nearly tripled year-on-year, driven primarily by accelerating demand from cloud service providers and large consumer internet companies for our HGX platform, the engine of generative AI and large language models. Major companies including AWS, Google Cloud, Meta, Microsoft Azure, and Oracle Cloud, as well as a growing number of GPU cloud providers, are deploying in volume HGX systems based on our Hopper and Ampere architecture Tensor Core GPUs. Networking revenue almost doubled year-on-year, driven by our end-to-end InfiniBand networking platform, the gold standard for AI. There is tremendous demand for NVIDIA accelerated computing and AI platforms. Our supply partners have been exceptional in ramping capacity to support our needs. Our data center supply chain, including HGX, with 35,000 parts and highly complex networking, has been built up over the past decade. We have also developed and qualified additional capacity and suppliers for key steps in the manufacturing process, such as CoWoS packaging. We expect supply to increase each quarter through next year. By geography, data center growth was strongest in the US as customers direct their capital investments to AI and accelerated computing. China demand was within the historical range of 20 to 25% of our data center revenue, including compute and networking solutions. At this time, let me take a moment to address recent reports on the potential for increased regulations on our exports to China. We believe the current regulation is achieving the intended results. Given the strength of demand for our products worldwide, we do not anticipate that additional export restrictions on our data center GPUs, if adopted, would have an immediate material impact to our financial results. However, over the long term, restrictions prohibiting the sale of our data center GPUs to China, if implemented, will result in a permanent loss of an opportunity for the US industry to compete and lead in one of the world's largest markets. Our cloud service providers drove exceptional strong demand for HGX systems in the quarter as they undertake a generational transition to upgrade their data center infrastructure for the new era of accelerated computing and AI. The NVIDIA HGX platform is culminating of nearly 2 decades of full stack innovation across silicon, systems, interconnects, networking, software, and algorithms. Instances powered by the NVIDIA H100 Tensor Core GPUs are now generally available at AWS, Microsoft Azure, and several GPU cloud providers, with others on the way shortly. Consumer internet companies also drove the very strong demand. Their investments in data center infrastructure, purpose-built for AI, are already generating significant returns. For example, Meta recently highlighted that since launching Reels, and AI recommendations have driven a more than 24% increase in time spent on Instagram. Enterprises are also racing to deploy generative AI, driving strong consumption of NVIDIA-powered instances in the cloud, as well as demand for on-premise infrastructure. Whether we serve customers in the cloud or on-prem, through partners or direct, their applications can run seamlessly on NVIDIA AI enterprise software with access to our acceleration libraries, pre-trained models, and APIs. We announced a partnership with Snowflake to provide enterprises with accelerated paths to create customized generative AI applications using their own proprietary data, all securely within the Snowflake Data Cloud. With the NVIDIA NeMo platform for developing large language models, enterprises will be able to make custom LLMs for advanced AI services, including chatbots, search, and summarization, right from the Snowflake data cloud. Virtually every industry can benefit from generative AI. For example, AI co-pilots, such as those just announced by Microsoft, can boost the productivity of over 1 billion office workers and tens of millions of software engineers. Millions of professionals in legal services, sales, customer support, and education will be available to leverage AI assistants trained in their fields. AI co-pilots and assistants are set to create new multi-hundred billion-dollar market opportunities for our customers. We are seeing some of the earliest applications of generative AI in marketing, media, and entertainment. WPP, the world's largest marketing and communication services organization, is developing a content engine using NVIDIA Omniverse to enable artists and designers to integrate generative AI into 3D content creation. WPP designers can create images from text prompts while responsibly trained generative AI tools and content from NVIDIA partners such as Adobe and Getty Images, using NVIDIA Picasso, a foundry for custom generative AI models for visual design. Visual content provider Shutterstock is also using NVIDIA Picasso to build tools and services that enable users to create 3D scene backgrounds with the help of generative AI. We partnered with ServiceNow and Accenture to launch the AI Lighthouse program, fast-tracking the development of enterprise AI capabilities. AI Lighthouse unites the ServiceNow Enterprise Automation Platform and engine with NVIDIA Accelerated Computing and with Accenture Consulting and Deployment Services. We are collaborating also with Hugging Face to simplify the creation of new and custom AI models for enterprises. Hugging Face will offer a new service for enterprises to train and tune advanced AI models, powered by NVIDIA DGX Cloud. And just yesterday, VMware and NVIDIA announced a major new enterprise offering called VMware Private AI Foundation with NVIDIA, a fully integrated platform featuring AI software and accelerated computing from NVIDIA with multi-cloud software for enterprises running VMware. VMware's hundreds of thousands of enterprise customers will have access to the infrastructure, AI, and cloud management software needed to customize models and run generative AI applications, such as intelligent chatbots, assistants, search, and summarization. We also announced new NVIDIA AI Enterprise Ready servers, featuring the new NVIDIA L40S GPU, built for the industry standard data center server ecosystem, and BlueField-3 DPU data center infrastructure processor. L40S is not limited by CoWoS supply and is shipping to the world's leading server system makers. L40S is a universal data center processor designed for high-volume data center scaling out to accelerate the most compute-intensive applications, including AI training and inferencing, 3D design and visualization, video processing, and NVIDIA Omniverse industrial digitalization. NVIDIA AI Enterprise-ready servers are fully optimized for VMware Cloud Foundation and Private AI Foundation. Nearly 100 configurations of NVIDIA AI Enterprise-ready servers will soon be available from the world's leading enterprise IT computing companies, including Dell, HPE, and Lenovo. The GH200 Grace Hopper Superchip, which combines our ARM-based Grace CPU with Hopper GPU, entered full production and will be available this quarter in OEM servers. It is also
That's the thing that scares me from NVIDIA. It's not a company that I fully understand what it works. All I know is like make chip, make money.
And the Swiss
But
National Computing Center. And NVIDIA
understanding
and
what they actually
Falcon
do
are
inside and what
collaborating
they
on a
sell and how they
platform
sell it
based
and what they
on
need, and
GH200 for generative
the level of
AI
analysis that needs
and
to be done
5G,
for
6G
sure.
applications. The second generation version of our Race Hopper superchip with the latest HBM3E memory will be available in Q2 of calendar 2024. We announced the GGX GH200, a new class of large memory AI supercomputer for giant AI language models, recommender systems, and data analytics. This is the first use of the new NVIDIA NVLink switch system, enabling all of its 256 Grace Hopper superchips to work together as one, a huge jump compared to our prior generation connecting just 8 GPUs over NVLink. GGX GH200 systems are expected to be available by the end of the year. Google Cloud, Meta, and Microsoft among the first to gain access. Strong networking growth was driven primarily by InfiniBand infrastructure to connect HGX GPU systems. Thanks to its end-to-end optimization and in-network computing capabilities, InfiniBand delivers more than double the performance of traditional Ethernet for AI. For billions of dollar AI infrastructures, the value from the increased throughput of InfiniBand is worth hundreds of millions and pays for the network. In addition, only InfiniBand can scale to hundreds of thousands of GPUs. It is the network of choice for leading AI practitioners. For Ethernet-based cloud data centers that seek to optimize their AI performance, we announced NVIDIA Spectrum X, an accelerated networking platform designed to optimize Ethernet for AI workloads. Spectrum X couples the Spectrum 4 Ethernet switch with the BlueField-3 DPU, achieving 1.5x better overall AI performance and power efficiency versus traditional Ethernet. BlueField-3 DPU is a major success. It is in qualification with major OEMs and ramping across multiple CSPs and consumer internet companies. Now moving to gaming. Gaming revenue of $2.49 billion was up 11% sequentially and 22% year-on-year. Growth was fueled by GeForce RTX 40 series GPUs for laptops and desktops. End customer demand was solid and consistent with seasonality. We believe global end demand has returned to growth after last year's slowdown. We have a large upgrade opportunity ahead of us. Just 47% of our installed base have upgraded to RTX, and about 20% have a GPU with an RTX 3060 or higher performance. Laptop GPUs posted strong growth in the key back-to-school season, led by RTX 4060 GPUs.
Fucking guidance.
NVIDIA's GPU-powered laptops have gained in popularity, and their shipments are now outpacing desktop GPUs in several regions around the world. This is likely to shift the seasonality of our overall gaming revenue a bit, with Q2 and Q3 as the stronger quarters of the year, reflecting the back-to-school and holiday build schedules for laptops. In desktop, we launched the GeForce RTX 4060 and the GeForce RTX 4060 Ti GPUs, bringing the Ada Lovelace architecture down to price points as low as $299. The ecosystem of RTX and DLSS games continued to expand. 35 new games added to DLSS support, including blockbusters such as Diablo 4 and Baldur's Gate 3. There's now over 330 RTX accelerated games and apps. We are bringing generative AI to games. At Computex, we announced NVIDIA Avatar Cloud Engine, or ACE, for games, a custom AI model foundry service. Developers can use the service to bring intelligence to non-player characters. It harnesses a number of NVIDIA Omniverse and AI technologies, including NeMo, Riva, and Audio 2Face. Now moving to professional visualization. Revenue of $375 million was up 28% sequentially and down 24% year on year. The Ada architecture ramp drove strong growth in Q2, rolling out initially in laptop workstations with a refresh of desktop workstations coming in Q3. These will include powerful new RTX systems with up to 4 NVIDIA RTX 6000 GPUs, providing more than 5,800 teraflops of AI performance and 192 gigabytes of GPU memory. They can be configured with NVIDIA AI Enterprise or NVIDIA Omniverse Enterprise. We also announced 3 new desktop workstation GPUs based on the Ada generation: the NVIDIA RTX 5000, 4500, and 4000, offering up to 2x the RT core throughput and up to 2x faster AI training performance compared to the previous generation. In addition to traditional workloads such as 3D design and content creation, new workloads in generative AI, large language model development, and data science are expanding the opportunity in pro visualization for our RTX technology. One of the key themes in Jensen's keynote at SIGGRAPH earlier this month was the convergence of graphics and AI. This is where NVIDIA Omniverse is positioned. Omniverse is OpenUSD's native platform. OpenUSD is a universal interchange that is quickly becoming the standard for the 3D world, much like HTML is the universal language for the 2D internet. Together, Adobe, Apple, Autodesk, Pixar, and NVIDIA formed the Alliance for OpenUSD. Our mission is to accelerate OpenUSD development and adoption. We announced new and upcoming Omniverse Cloud APIs, including RunUSD and ChatUSD, to bring generative AI to OpenUSD workloads. Moving to automotive. Revenue was $253 million, down 15% sequentially and up 15% year on year. Solid year-on-year growth was driven by the ramp of self-driving platforms based on the NVIDIA Drive Orin SoC with a number of new energy vehicle makers. The sequential decline reflects lower overall automotive demand, particularly in China. We announced a partnership with MediaTek to bring drivers and passengers new experiences inside the car. MediaTek will develop automotive SoCs and integrate a new product line of NVIDIA GPU chiplets. The partnership covers a wide range of vehicle segments from luxury to entry level. Moving to the rest of the P&L, GAAP gross margin expanded to 70.1% and non-GAAP gross margin to 71.2%, driven by higher data center sales. Our data center products include a significant amount of software and complexity, which is also helping drive our gross margin. Sequential GAAP operating expenses were up 6%, and non-GAAP operating expenses were up 5%, primarily reflecting increased compensation and benefits. We returned approximately $3.4 billion to shareholders in the form of share repurchases and cash dividends. Our board of directors has just approved an additional $25 billion in stock repurchases to add to our remaining $4 billion of authorization as of the end of Q2. Let me turn to the outlook for the third quarter of fiscal 2024. Demand for our data center platform for AI is tremendous and broad-based across industries and customers. Our demand visibility extends into next year. Our supply over the next several quarters will continue to ramp as we lower cycle times and work with our supply partners to add capacity. Additionally, the new L40S GPU will help address the growing demand for many types of workloads, from cloud to enterprise. For Q3, total revenue is expected to be $16 billion, plus or minus 2%. We expect sequential growth to be driven largely by data center, with gaming and ProViz also contributing. GAAP and non-GAAP gross margins are expected to be 71.5% and 72.85%, respectively, plus or minus 50 basis points. GAAP and non-GAAP operating expenses are expected to be approximately $2.95 billion and $2 billion, respectively. GAAP and non-GAAP other income and expenses are expected to be an income of approximately $100 million, excluding gains and losses from non-affiliate investments. GAAP and non-GAAP tax rates are expected to be 14.5% plus or minus 1%, excluding any discrete items. Further financial details are included in the CFO commentary and other information available on our IR website. In closing, let me highlight some upcoming events for the financial community. We will attend the Jefferies Tech Summit on August 30th in Chicago, the Goldman Sachs Tech Conference on September 5th in San Francisco, the Evercore Semiconductor Conference on September 6th, as well as the Citi Tech Conference on September 7th, both in New York, and the BofA Virtual AI Conference on September 11th. Our earnings call to discuss the results of our third quarter of fiscal 2024 is scheduled for Tuesday, November 21st. Operator, we will now open the call for questions. Could you please poll for questions for us? Thank you.
Thank you. At this time, I'd like to remind everyone, in order to ask a question, press star, then the number 1 on your telephone keypad. We ask that you please limit yourself to one question. We'll pause for just a moment to compile the Q&A roster. We'll take our first question from Matt Ramsay with TD Cowen. Your line is now open.
Yes, thank you very much. Good afternoon. Obviously, remarkable results. Jensen, I wanted to ask a question of you regarding the really quickly emerging application of large model inference. So I think it's pretty well understood by the majority of investors that you guys have a very much a lockdown share of the training market. A lot of the smaller model inference workloads have been done on ASICs or CPUs in the past, and with many of these GPT and other really large models, there's this new workload that's accelerating super duper quickly on large model inference, and I think your Grace Hopper Superchip products and others are pretty well aligned for that. But could you maybe talk to us about how you're seeing the inference market segment between small model inference and large model inference, and how your product portfolio is positioned for that? Thanks.
Yeah, thanks a lot. So let's take a quick step back. These large language models are pretty phenomenal. It does several things, of course. It has the ability to understand unstructured language, but at its core, what it has learned is the structure of human language, and it has encoded or within it, compressed within it, a large amount of human knowledge that it has learned by the corpuses that it studied. What happens is you create these large language models, and you create as large as you can, and then you derive from it smaller versions of the model, essentially teacher-student models. It's a process called distillation. And so when you see these smaller models, it's very likely the case that they were derived from or distilled from or learned from larger models. Just as you have professors and teachers and students and so on and so forth. And you're going to see this going forward. And so you start from a very large model, and it has a large amount of generality and generalization and what's called zero-shot capability. And so for a lot of applications and questions or skills that you haven't trained it specifically on, these large language models miraculously has the capability to perform them. That's what makes it so magical. On the other hand, you would like to have these capabilities in all kinds of computing devices, and so what you do is you distill them down. These smaller models might have excellent capabilities in a particular skill, but they don't generalize as well. they don't have what is called as good zero-shot capabilities. And so they all have their own unique capabilities, but you start from very large models.
Okay, next we'll go to Vivek Arya with BofA Securities. Your line is now open.
Thank you. Just had a quick clarification and a question. Colette, if you could please clarify how much incremental supply do you expect to come online in the next year? You think it's up, 20, 30, 40, 50%. So just any sense of how much supply, because you said it's growing every quarter. And then, Jensen, the question for you is, when we look at the overall hyperscaler spending, that pie is not really growing that much. So what is giving you the confidence that they can continue to carve out more, off that pie for a generative AI? Just give us your sense of, how sustainable is this demand as we look over the next 1 to 2 years? So, if I take your implied Q3 outlook of data center, 12, 13 billion, what does that say about how many servers are already AI accelerated? Where is that going? So just give us some confidence that the growth that you are seeing is sustainable into the next 1 to 2 years.
So thanks for that question regarding our supply. Yes, we do expect to continue ramping our supply over the next quarters as well as into next fiscal year. In terms of percent, that's not something that we have here. It is a work across so many different suppliers, so many different parts of building an HDX and many of our other new products that are coming to market. But we are very pleased with both the support that we have with our suppliers and the long time that we have spent with them improving this supply.
The world has something along the lines of about $1 trillion worth of data centers installed in the cloud and enterprise and otherwise. And that $1 trillion of data centers is in the process of transitioning into accelerated computing and generative AI. We're seeing two simultaneous platform shifts at the same time. One is accelerated computing, and the reason for that is because it's the most cost-effective, most energy-effective, and the most performant way of doing computing now. And so what you're seeing, and then all of a sudden, enabled by generative AI, enabled by accelerated computing, generative AI came along. And this incredible application now gives everyone two reasons to transition, to do a platform shift from general purpose computing, the classical way of doing computing, to this new way of doing computing, accelerated computing. There's about $1 trillion worth of data centers, call it $250 billion of capital spend each year. You're seeing that data centers around the world are taking that capital spend and focusing it on the two most important trends of computing today, accelerated computing and generative AI. And so I think this is not a near-term thing. This is a long-term industry transition, and we're seeing these two platform shifts happening at the same time.
Hello. Go ahead.
Next, we go to Stacy Rasgon with Bernstein.
I live, by the way.
Your line's open.
Hi guys.
I'm streaming, baby.
I was wondering, Colette, if you could tell me how much of data center in the quarter, maybe even the guide, is systems versus GPU. I'm like DGX versus just the H100. What I'm really trying to get at is how much is pricing or content, or however you want to define that, versus units actually driving the growth going forward.
Making money, dude.
Can you give us any color around that?
Yeah.
Sure.
NVIDIA earnings today, baby.
Help within the quarter, our HGX systems were a very significant part of our data center as well as our data center growth that we had seen. Those systems include our HGX of our Hopper architecture, but also our Ampere architecture. Yes, we are still selling both of these architectures for in the market. Now, when you think about that, what does that mean from both the systems as a unit, of course, is growing quite substantially, and that is driving in terms of the revenue increases. So both of these things are the drivers of the revenue inside data center. Our DGXs are always a portion of additional systems that we will sell. Those are great opportunities for enterprise customers and many other different types of customers that we're seeing even in our consumer internet companies. The importance of there is also coming together with software that we sell with our DDX, but that's a portion of our sales that we're doing. The rest of the GPUs, we have new GPUs coming to market that we talk about, the L40S, and they will add continued growth going forward. But again, the largest driver of our revenue within this last quarter was definitely the HGX systems.
And Stacy, if I could just add something, you say it's H100, and I know you know what your mental image in your mind, but the H100 is 35,000 parts, 70 pounds, nearly a
yeah. Crazy.
Are technology marvels, and the manufacturing of them is really intensive, and so I think we call it H100 as if it's a chip that comes off of a fab, but H100s go out really as HGX and Internet World's hyperscalers, and they're really quite large system components, if you will.
Next, we go to Mark Lipacis with Jefferies. Your line is now open.
Hi, thanks for taking my question and congrats on the success. Jensen, it seems like a key part of the success, your success in the market, is delivering the software ecosystem along with the chip and the hardware platform. And I had a two-part question on this. I was wondering if you could just help us understand
Nobody's talking.
The evolution of your software ecosystem, the critical
How are you
elements,
doing, Archie?
is there a way to
You're live, by the way.
Your lead on this dimension, like
You're
how
live.
many person years you've invested in building it, and then
On
part two,
my YouTube channel.
I was wondering if you would care to share with us your view on what percentage of the value of the NVIDIA platform is hardware differentiation versus software differentiation. Thank you.
Yeah, Mark, I really appreciate the question. Let me see if I could use some metrics. So we have a runtime called NVIDIA AI Enterprise. This is one part of our software stack, and this is if you will, the runtime that just about every company uses for the end-to-end of machine learning, from data processing, the training of any model that you like to do on any framework you like to do, the inference.
There's
and
NVIDIA.
Deployment.
NVIDIA today has rallied about.
It could be a scale out for a hyperscale data center. It could be a scale
10%.
out for.
It has created
data center, for example.
Okay. This would be an interesting
on any
game.
Of our GPUs, we have.
Guess how much money NVIDIA created today. So NVIDIA had earnings today, okay? Had results, like just how well they were doing and all that stuff, right? And then you have to guess how much money NVIDIA created today in terms of like the value of the company. So the value of the company before the earnings and after the earnings. Yeah. The value of the company is okay. So that's the thing. So if I tell you, then it's like, just throw a number. So before it was like, but the thing is like, if I do that, then I tell you, it's like, it was valued around $1 trillion. Yeah. 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 So it's like, it's like the company was valued around $1.1 trillion and it created around $150 billion in a matter of seconds. So do you see this? You see my chart on the stream? So here the company was worth $1.1 trillion, and at the peak right now, at the price that is trading right now is around $1.25 trillion. Yeah. Earnings were really good. The earnings were really good. Yeah. Yeah. Insanity, dude. Insanity. So yeah. Good damn, bro. Good damn. So their revenue was their revenue last quarter was $7 billion. That's how much money they made in sales. And they increased that from 7 to 13. So they doubled their revenue. And they're not doubled, but almost doubled, like 50%. Well, no, actually, like, oh yeah, almost doubled their revenue. They did 13 billion in sales. Yeah, 13. They estimated 11 and they beat that by $2 billion. And then now they're doing more. So it's like, so let me put it to you in terms, in interesting terms, right? Let's look at Phase. Phase right now, it's worth, yeah, 30 cents. The total market capitalization of Phase is 21 million. So they've made 1,000 faces. Like, actually, probably more, but yeah. Hello. All right, I'll let you be, boys. I'll let you be. Yeah, nah, I'm probably done. I'm probably done. No? I realized, yeah. Yeah. I think, let me have a look. Why? Yeah. It to be true. The output device should be... The what? All right. Peace out, boys. Jeez.